Hey guys, and welcome to Jon Shafer's At the Gates with me, Time and Tactics. Jon Shafer is most known for being the lead designer on Civ 5, and he has also worked on Civ 4, I think. This is his own game that he has worked on for, I think, over 5 years now. So it's pretty exciting to see what he has been able to come up with. It's a 4X strategy game set in Roman times, as you can probably tell from the background, and you play, or we play, as a tribe during that time. Let's go ahead and start up a new game, by the way. I'm going to play as the Goths in this playthrough because that's the only one I have. I haven't actually unlocked any of the other ones yet because I have to either ally with somebody or conquer their capital in order to play as that faction. So as the Goth, as Alaric, we get 15 food and 100 treasure when the game starts. Normally you get 10 food and 40 treasure. So the game is set in the late Roman era. The game starts in the year 400. So we have an East Rome and a West Rome. And the goal is to take over the Roman Empire. And we'll do that, maybe, by taking one of their capitals, one of the two capitals. Or there's another way of doing it as well, by creating legions, legionnaires, and then kind of indirectly let them take control. Anyway, here we have the map of where we're at when we start the game. It's a 4X game, like I said, and we have our settlement here in the middle. That is our only settlement, and it will be the only settlement throughout the game. You can't get any more settlements. You can expand into a kingdom, but it's still just one settlement. And, well, however, we can actually move our settlement, so that's kind of different from other games. How do we start this? Well, let's take a look at those notifications that we got here. The game is about a tribe, our tribe, and we have clans in that game. Here we got a notification saying your growing fame has convinced Clan Emmerich to leave the wilderness and join your tribe. They are strong and attentive. Great, that is good news. Let's take a look at them. Clan Emmerich, we get a picture of them. They don't have anything to say here, it looks like. We can hover over them and kind of see information here. Let me just take a look at the traits first though. Attentive sounds good, doesn't it? Turns needed to identify and identify deposits is half. No other clans in the tile may commit crimes, so they kind of block crimes there. And if we don't know what something means, you can just move your mouse over it, and you get a tooltip. And so in this case, identify means that most deposits on the map starts off unidentified. You must have a clan in the appropriate profession, job, to figure out what it is before you can use it. So if you want to know more about that, you can just hover over that one, deposits, sources of resources you can harvest, and so forth. Keep going like that. So it's a very contextual, very good way, I think, of presenting information. That's attentive. That's a good thing. Strong. -1 turn to train in, and you get a couple symbols there. These are disciplines. Think of a discipline as a group of related jobs. So we have the agriculture discipline there in the first picture, that leaf. We have the livestock discipline. We have metalworking, and we have crafting. So it's faster if we do one of those. There's also, discovery, discipline, and honor. It's -1 turn to train in warrior professions. On top of that, I think. Okay. And then +1 power. Power is used when you fight. But they're likely to get upset within a year if you force them into the discovery discipline. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. That's our first clan. So we'll take a look at him in a second. Press N for next, and here's our second notification. Clan Rock, I guess, how you pronounce it. But anyway, they are not saying anything, and they have two traits. They are loggers, so they start in a logger profession. So they start with a job of logger, and also, because they are loggers, that's part of the crafting profession, they will have that discipline because of logger. But they're likely to get upset within a year if they are in... do anything outside of crafting. Ooh, we don't want to do that. You can see here that they start in crafting, but because there's an orange background, and their discipline here is orange, and it's a 3 for level 3. So in your discipline that you're currently in, you can gain levels, and they're level 3. And their job is logger. You can see that here. Okay, then we can get more information here. We'll look at them a little bit later, I guess. They're also dramatic. Likelihood of having desires quadrupled. Now, desires, I believe, are bad. It's basically something that they want them for you to do, or they will become unhappy. Not good. So we want to avoid that. So quadruple. They're gonna have a desire here. But they are loggers. Loggers are good. We can get lumber, right? Next clan, that'll be the last one we start up with. Wow. Look at that guy. Relindas. We'd really appreciate a place to stay. Another night out in the rain and we'll certainly lose our minds. Ascetic. Mood is always content, so they can never go up or down. They eat not half the amount of food. We can't have social professions. Oh, yeah. Okay, somebody else couldn't have social. No, that was discovery. Well, we'll look at them in a second. They cannot be ennobled, so they cannot be made... Well, that's a special thing. We have to spend cloth and armor. They gain a mood and fame and so forth. But they can't do that. Never have desire style. That's good. Never feuding with other clans. Feuding is bad. Because feuding means you're going to have two clans fight. You got to punish somebody eventually, and it's not going to end up well. They never commit theft and never engage in brawls. That's ascetic. But they are afraid of water. 3 turns needed to enter tiles with streams. 2 turns needed to enter marsh. And the water profession stays double. And they get upset if they're trained as fishermen or galley. Let's not do water for them. They don't have a profession when they start, as you can see. They don't have a discipline, no level. And that's our 3 clans. And they're right now inside the settlement. Let's look and see what we can see on the map then. So the blue area is us here. We have a blue flag. It's our settlement. Once we construct something else, like a logging camp or something, we get a blue flag there too. Around us there's a lot of forest, and there are some other buildings over here. They have a white flag, and that means they are independents. And not only that, they're kind of passive independents. They're not going to come outside there. Well, whatever this is, a farm, and they're not come outside that and attack us. So right here to our west, we have, well, it looks like there's a farmer there, Clan Arminius, and a hunter, Clan Pepin, and they are on a wheat farm. They are neutral. Even though they have names, they're not going to be something we can pick up and take, include in our farms, in our clan. Remember, we are a tribe that we're going to try to take control. We're not going to be arguing with them. I think we're going to just take control if we can. Take over their stuff, either take it over or pillage it. There's also a field of wheat here with their farm, and there's 13 turns of collecting wheat from there. So that looks pretty good if we take it. And over here we have a logger, just like we have a logger. Clan Obrecht, and then Archer, Clan Warren. Archer would be somebody who is, they can fight. Let's hover over that and see. And Archer is the first full-time warrior profession available in at the gates. They're useful in early game, but should be replaced with spearmen if you expect heavy fighting. Now let's look at their stats then. We'll move up there. So 3 movement points, 4 power. That's how much damage they can do. 100 morale, 2 vision, how far they can see. Need 1 supply. Okay. And there's 17 turns of wood here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so that's 2 places here that's close to us that we can maybe have somebody come out there and take over, right? What else can we see inside our area? Well, there's a lot of wood here, right? Lumber. We can see here, if you hover over it, 24 turns of lumber here in this forest. 24 here, I think, yeah. So if we put down some kind of lumber gathering operation here, it would be helpful. I don't see any food inside our territory. Right now we have 15 turns of food stored. We're using up, it says -1 unit of food here. It's really 0.6. Each clan consumes 0.2 food per turn. Okay, so, we do have something here though. But it's on the other side of this shallow water. You can't cross that. There is a vast field of wheat. When you're looking at a deposit, what this is a deposit, there are 3 kinds. There's a regular kind, there is the large, and vast. This is vast. It would be great to get that. If we hover over vast, can be harvested, gives us 5 wheat. If we have a reaper there, that's a profession, that's a job, and they have to be foraging to get that. If you have a farm or a plantation, we get 6 wheat, so that's pretty good. Okay, and down below there, well, there's a question mark, so we know of a rumor here. Oh, not a rumor. We know there is a plant here. We don't know what it is, though. I guess it's a rumor here. If you go over here, for instance, this is a rumor. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, here, it says, rumors of an unidentified animal out here. And here, rumor of a school of fish. Okay, I bet the river, whatever it is, the open area, lake, goes down here as well. There's another It's a patch of berries, so probably get food from that, right? Yep, can be gathered, harvested, +3. Okay, good. And there's some kind of mineral deposit here as well. We have a rare timber over here. What is that? It can be harvested for a great deal more timber than the run-of-the-mill trees you can find anywhere else. Okay, good. And there's some more animals here. No, we know what they are. Herd of deer. Now, deer we can have harvested for meat by a hunter, or for parchment or cloth by a trapper. And if we do that, we get what? Meat for meat, or 2 cloth or parchment. Up here is a beehive, I think. Yep, beehive. And beehives you can either collect the honey right away or put an apiary on top of a building, and somebody can work that. And then over here is what is this? Wheat farm. I think similar to this one down here. Let's look at that real quick here. So a wheat farm here is a structure that you build. In this case, it's built already. And what does it do? It produces 4 wheat per turn and costs 20 timber. It's timber, not lumber, I guess. Yeah. And I think that's all we have around us. We can zoom out a little bit. Yep, that's all we have. You can get the overview here. You can also click on this one to get that. Go back and forth. Alright. If you want to move the map, by the way, you move the WASD. Looking around here on our view, we know we have 3 out of 12 clans. We can have maximum 12 right now. We can increase that later on. I think it takes, cloth. 5 cloth. And we can have 6 more, yeah. It takes 1 turn to get another clan right now. Based on our fame, we're making 4 right now. We have a score of 9, and that's, you can see the categories there. We have 100 in our treasury, which is good to start up with 100, because we're going to have a caravan come by now and then, and it's kind of good to trade. We don't have to produce everything. We can trade. And we have 15 turns of food stored, and we're using 0.6 per turn. Over here is the date. Early April 400 AD. You can also press Control to see it. And then actually on the left, there's an ingenious, I want to show you this, ingenious note system. Up here we can put notes to yourself. You can have them there. Or there's another way of doing notes, and that is if I right-click on something, I can attach a note to a tile. So there's a note there now. Delete. Or I can attach it to a unit. I don't think I have. Can I attach it to them? No. I can attach it to my own units. Well, I can show that when we go inside our settlement. Let's do that now, actually, because we have a big button here saying settlement is idle. Like some other 4X games, it tells you what you need to be working on right now. So now we're looking inside that one settlement that we have in the middle of the map. We have 3 clans. These are the ones that are going to do all the work for us. So we have to decide what to do with them. Well, what can we do? Well, we have the 3 here, and they need to be working in a job. What's called a profession. And right now, nobody is doing that. Well, we have 1 who's working a profession, but they're not being assigned to anything. So I'm thinking what we could do right away is send out Clan Roth. They're already loggers, already level 3, and they are what? Yeah, logger, and they are desire. So yeah, I'd say we just take them and tell them to leave the settlement. There, now they're on the map. Remember, this is a clan, so the picture is not really a picture of one person. You can see all the people behind there. It's a picture of the whole clan. Later on, they will have more than 1 family. We start up with 1, and you get the boost there of, I think it's 5% resource production and combat power. But you got to pay a little bit more food. Anyway, they're sitting right now in our encampment or our settlement. What should we do with them? Well, as a logger, let's look at that logger. But going up to our tech tree, if you like. This is the tech tree, and it's kind of combination of. Let me go back here. It's a combination of disciplines and profession. A discipline is a collection of different jobs, and you can see them right here. We have these categories: honor, agriculture, livestock, metalworking, crafting, and discovery, and they're color-coded. So pay attention to those colors, and you'll kind of see how they work with the jobs. Right now, we have a logger. Now, a logger belongs to the crafting discipline. And if we go into this view where we can see more, we can go down to crafting. As you can see, we know of wood collectors only right now. Those are the only ones we know of. Next, we could research crafting. If we do that, we open up to be researching these next. We have a logger already, even though we don't know about it. He came like that. But here's the logger, what they can do. They can construct logging camps, which produce timber from tiles containing a forest, both under and adjacent to the structure. That's good. They can also be assigned as apprentices to the advanced woodworks constructed from stone blocks, each one increasing timber production by 4. Okay, that's also good. So we can't learn it right now because we don't know of it, but he already has that job. So we could go out there and get a logging camp. That is really very nice to do that, isn't it? Let's go ahead and see where we could go then to do that. So here he is, or they, the clan Rock. They have 3 movement points, 100% health. Okay, good. And I think if I hover over here, 1 vision, they can see 1 away, and then they need 1 supply. Not a problem until winter. This game, if I hold down control, you can see it's April. Once we get to winter or late fall, we're going to have snow. It's going to be hard to forage if you're not inside your own territory. Where should we set down that, what was it, logging camp? If I put it here, if I hover over a hex here, you can see this is forest, 24 turns of wood. What about here? Forest, 24 turns of wood, yeah. Maybe right here, because we can take all of these here. Sounds like a great spot right there, right? So let's see if we can head on up there. So if I select him, and then move up here, you can look in the bottom right-hand corner. Cost all movement points to enter. So you go into a forest, you're going to be using up all your 3 movement points. So there's nothing you can do. It's going to take 2 turns to get there if we want to go there, and I think we want to go there. It does give you 5 supply, though, because we're right next to the settlement. So let's go ahead and go up there by right-clicking. He's done, as you can see here. No movement points left. Okay, good. Settlement is idle, it's saying. Still idle. We have 2 clans left. It's saying idle because there are 2 things we really should be doing, and that is study another tech, what they call profession here. Could also be a discipline, or train a clan. We can train them in a profession. That doesn't mean study a profession. Train a clan in a profession, or we are studying a profession, if you want to think of it that way. So anyway, we have 2 options. We can either train a clan in a profession, give them a job, or we can train them in discipline, so increase their level, or switch them to a new discipline. What should we do? Well, I don't think I want to do just train them in a discipline. We need to get them out there and do stuff. Do we have anything good? Afraid of water. We shouldn't be outside then. No social. What about this guy? Warrior. You know what? They can identify deposits. Half the time to do that, right? And if you look at this here, they are good at agriculture, livestock, metalworking, or crafting. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to give him discovery. Look at the discovery there. It says, like to get upset if you do discovery. Why would I do discovery? Because turns needed to identify. That is something a surveyor can do, and that's part of the discovery. The discovery discipline. If I hit close here, and if you go down here to discovery, see the surveyor over here? They can identify any kind of source of resources, but it is part of the discovery discipline. We don't want that for them, right? So maybe not that. So we should maybe make a note of them that we don't want to put them in a discovery discipline. You can do that easily by right-clicking. No discovery. Just that way I know. And I put a purple on there to say, so I know what that is about. Because purple is discovery, so no discovery. Hopefully I remember that. Okay. Or maybe actually what I'll do is I'll make it just gray. Not anything good, right? Because purple is good discovery, is how I'm thinking. And then over here we have water. Well, we don't want to do discovery either, right? But that's bad. We need to get an explorer out there. Let's right click and say no discovery. Well, no exploration, maybe? I say that because, let me change the color. Because if you go look at the tech tree again, if we go down to discovery, there might be something here that they don't have to be out and about with a stream, right? A guide, increase the production of all foragers by half. Okay, and if you're not sure if that's something that you do outside or if you're actually in a building to do it, well, you can look up there. This is a settled job, meaning you're going to stay in a settlement. What else do we have? A lore keeper, and that is social and settled. Okay, so they could do that. And a guide too, right? Because this one tribe, the only thing they can't do is being an explorer, basically, over here. Look at this. Traveling the world, looking at stuff. Or a surveyor, maybe, right? Trader is also okay. They can produce a huge amount of treasure by constructing trading posts out of timber on junctions where small rivers meet. We don't want to do that either. That's rivers there, right? On junctions where small rivers meet one another or a body of water. Okay, so I don't really want them to be explorers either. Let's go back into our settlement. So no discovery, no exploration. That's not great. Looking at our fame here, you can see here, next turn we're going to get another clan. I'm going to close that so we can see it better there. It says, once you reach 4 fame, a new clan will join you. That varies. So as we have more clans, it's going to take longer, right? We're making 4 fame right now. We can get more later. Something I want to do here, though, is maybe attack them and get that farm, right? To do that, we would have to get somebody military. If I do that, that would be inside the, well, I only have a hunter. This is part of the honor discipline. Hunters can harvest meat. Well, we don't want to do that. Go back up here to tech. They say call it studying professions, but the screen shows professions, jobs, as well as the discipline that's part of that, that those professions belong to. If we go up to honor here, that's the military one. If we research honor and then archer, how about that? It's the first full-time warrior profession available at the gates. Useful in the early game, you can increase an archer's power by upgrading them with weapons and armor. I think I want to get that, right? We can get a hunter, but we have 15 turns of food right now. Getting more clans is going to reduce that, but maybe getting honor. So maybe I'll select that for our profession. You can see here now we're studying our tech tree. Again, going back here though, what do we do? Well, do we want one of these to become somebody who can be an archer? If we do, we can stay here with them and train them in a discipline. I can pick them here and say, like, Emmerich, well, wait a minute, were they good for that? Strong? 1 turn to train. Oh. What? Wait a minute, in warrior professions. That's good. 1 extra power. These guys should be the archer so they can attack. Yeah, let's do that. So maybe I can select here and train them in honor. They're going to be better, right? They will start at level 1. Yeah. Train. What does train do? Using a profession. You can also train clans in a specific discipline by clicking on the train. Yeah, this can be a good way to plan to get ready for a role you wanted to serve, but don't have the resource or have finished studying the target profession yet. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, let's do that. Let's say honor for him. Now, so that you can see here, he's training honor here. However, that means that we can't do anything else in the settlement. If I click close now, you can see he's going to be honor, and we're also researching honor. So he's increasing his level in honor while we are researching the discipline of honor. And that's really all we can do right now. So let's go ahead and finish the turn. And you can see the bar there shows how far it is. How far time has gone. So late April, 400 AD. Yep, we got another clan. Clan Allert. Curious and Disfigured. Ooh, okay, let's take a look at them. Now, right away, you can look at the background here. It is purple. That's part of the discovery discipline. And they're actually level 1. Probably because of their traits. Disfigured. Cannot be trained as social. Again, social? Okay. Experience gained in all disciplines double, though. Okay, so they're doing discovery. That sounds like a good one for going out and explore, right? Curious. -1 turn to train. Starts with 1 level in discovery. Experience gained in all disciplines increased by half. Wait a minute. Experience gained in all disciplines doubled. Wow, that's fast. Might very rarely get upset if forced into settle profession. Okay, they don't want to be inside. Like to get upset within a year, forcing a profession outside of discovery. Well, that's our explorer, right? Don't you think? Or should we make it a surveyor? So what's your story, he's saying, or they're saying? Okay, clans are idle. Oh yeah, that's right. We have this guy, or this clan, the Rock Clan. They're good. We can move him one more over here. And then I'm going to settle him next turn there. Switch disciplines. What it means here is that since we were researching, we get a boost here. We can add 2 levels in honor. We're researching honor, we get to add 2 levels to somebody. Who should that be? Well, Emmerich, obviously, right? I'm going to give him 2 more levels. He's level 3 now. And since he had strong, he gets extra power. So we're going to say, instead of this note saying no discovery, we're going to say soldier or military. He's great for that. And actually, I'll put him on red. So we know that red is matching that red. Alright, so we can train a clan. Well, we did this here. Now let's hit it close so it takes effect. Go back in. Now we're going to train a clan. We're going to assign a job to somebody or increase their level? I think assign a job. We're going to assign Allard here. You click on him. The only one we have right now within Discovery is Explorer. They excel at discovering any opportunities or threats that are nearby. They can cross rough terrain like hills and forests easily. They can explore deserted locations. Extremely fragile. Can neither attack nor capture structures. Yeah, training a clan as explorer on the first unit, often a good move. Well, it would have been, but we had that building next door and stuff. So, should we take this guy? I think we should take him. Maybe later on. Convert him to a surveyor. What if I say close? And then go back to the tech tree. What are we doing next? Well, I'm thinking here. Here's what I'm thinking. The surveyor. Keep in mind the explorer there, right? They can identify any kind of resource. What that means is anything with the question mark. If you're an explorer, you just see it, but you won't know what it is. Surveyor can go there and actually find out what it is. So that would be surveyor here, right? They can also create paths, but it takes a while. We should probably go for discovery and then survey, and then maybe we'll send the guy back to get it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take discovery. Alright, so that takes care of that. And looking here, we have one more turn until we get another unit. It's looking good so far. We're losing food now. I have to think about that. That wheat farm might be our ticket, right? We might want to send down our clan down here. The, which one was it? If we did go ahead and take a look at that. Actually, we go up here. Clans. Clan Allard. Next turn, we're going to have him come out. You can see it takes 1 turn to be an explorer. He can swing down here and go around, I hope. Yeah, he will be able to. Look, there's a bush there. I'm thinking it's going to be fine to walk around here. But you know what? We'll do that next time, guys. So join me then, and let me know what you think.